Hi, Kim Lundgren here. As we welcome in a new year, and despite the terrorist event of last week, I'm still filled with hope and focused on positivity. If there is anything the pandemic should have taught us, it's that humans are intricately connected to each other and to all life on this planet. We must stop this idea that humans must dominate all other living species and rather embrace a reality where we live in harmony with each other and with all species on this planet. A few weeks ago, as I was wrapping up 2020, I had two amazing visitors at my home. The first was a bald eagle. I was sitting at my desk working, and all of a sudden I heard a group of crows just cawing so loud. I was forced to look up and look out the window. I honestly couldn't believe my eyes. There was a bald eagle flying right in front of my house, 4 crows harassing her. The bald eagle was cool and calm, barely even noticing the crows. I've lived in my current home for 13 years, and we have never seen a bald eagle. In fact, even when we spent a week in Yellowstone Park this summer, we did not spy an eagle, despite my husband's best attempts. So I ran outside, of course, to grab a picture and a closer look. And the eagle, she just went and perched herself right here on my neighbor's roof. It was amazing. The crows scattered and she just sat there as long as I did. She let me take photos, and even you can see she turned her head here for Jordan to take a picture, smiling at the camera. It was an absolute amazing experience. 4 days later, my husband and my daughter were in the backyard, and they were just playing, and they happened to come across this little guy, this little salamander. He hung out with us for a bit. But ultimately, this was shocking. We had never seen a salamander in our yard either. In fact, I only remember seeing maybe one other amphibian ever. We had a little froggy, but that was many, many years ago. So this was really surprising. And also, because it was so late in the year, what was he doing up? Why wasn't he hibernating? It was really interesting. So we played with him for a little bit. And then my daughter put him down under a pile of leaves so that he could get to preparing for winter. At first, I didn't think anything of these two incidents. They seemed completely isolated. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized this was a sign of the opportunity and the beauty that lies ahead if we choose the right path. As we are all well aware here in the US, the bald eagle represents freedom, courage, strength, and bravery, particularly in times of oppression. But she also stands for power and beauty. And the salamander, well, I had to look this one up, but the salamander brings to focus the power of vision and opportunities and symbolizes transition and enlightenment. How could that not feel like this was a sign? 2020 was a tough year for everyone. Our family, friends, and neighbors have been sick or died, lost their jobs, businesses have closed, people have been isolated from the ones they love. This happened because we were not prepared for a global pandemic of this magnitude, but we should have been. There had been lots of research indicating this was inevitable. Infectious disease specialists urging government to please take this seriously and start to put measures in place. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? Now, dozens of people have made the connections between the COVID-19 pandemic and the climate crisis. I don't need to rehash it for you here. What I do want to do, though, is let you know that KLA has and will continue to ramp up and enhance our team, tools, and services to drive effective local action on climate change. We may think we have until 2050 to figure this all out, but we do not. We have 9 years to exponentially increase the uptake of actions that significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions to keep us to no more than 1.5 degrees Celsius of warming. The time for pilot studies and voluntary actions is far past. We need local leaders to stand up and drive real change in their communities. Regulation will be needed, and we must ensure we are actively engaging all community members in this dialogue. What this will ultimately do is so much more than save the planet. We know this is more than an environmental issue. When done in a comprehensive and equitable way, climate action can remove barriers to allow people of color and low-income communities to prosper and improve their quality of life. It can create jobs and workforce development in a new sustainable economy. And it can ensure plant and wildlife that provide so many health and resilience benefits can thrive alongside us. This is the sustainable future we envision. And it's not far-fetched. All the technology we need to accomplish this exists today. This is climate action done right, and it takes leadership. The KLA team is here to resource local leaders with the tools needed to meet this important future. Over the course of 2021, through our newsletter, social media, and website, we will deliver resources and best practices focused on each phase of the climate action planning process. We will also continue to build our team and skill sets to ensure our services are delivering the impact that is needed to meet greenhouse gas reduction goals and enhance community resilience. Finally, we will be providing a number of free and low-cost tools and services so every local government, no matter how small, can take action on climate change. KLA was started as a benefits corporation because it is our mission to deliver for the greater good. Our team of greenhouse gas, resilience, communications, and engagement professionals are eager to help your community get on the fast track to a sustainable future. Working with strong local leaders like yourselves and other key stakeholders in nonprofit, institutions, state and federal government, among others, I'm confident that we can stop the climate crisis. Let's get to it.